Dang. So I feel like this is what we all been waiting for, man. This is probably like the final boss when it comes to the dealer. This is everything we've been waiting for, probably in some type of detail so nobody gets sued. But it's still in a detailed format to where this is valuable information just to see how it was being Diddy's girlfriend. Make sure if you all enjoy this video that you get us a huge like. 1,000 likes equals 1,000 Diddy's that must be stopped. Let's get into it now.
Hey y'all, what's up? So we back with season 2 of Carisha Please, but this episode is a special edition.
This the episode where the NDA is up. That's what I feel like. It just came up. She ain't playing no game. She got straight to it.
And I told myself that I wasn't going to be strategic or try to find the right words to say, that I wanted to tell my truth, my story on my platform where I feel safe. And I'm ready to get into all the smoke. Clock that T.
Bitch, catch you.
So I have the one and only, my best friend, Saucy Santana.
I'm here. We get into all things Carisha. I want to call this episode Carisha Speaks.
Oh.
Because I feel like you don't talk much. I feel like you let a lot of stuff just, roll over. You'll talk amongst me and you and amongst close ones, but I don't really feel like you address everything. And so today I want you to take this time to put everything on the floor, get it all out, because once you talk today, ain't nobody gonna hear from you till 2028, baby.
Thank you.
So I want you to take today and let everything out, get everything off your chest, and we're gonna get into it.
Let's go, I'm ready.
So I want to get into mental health with you. I feel like I just want to check on, and I feel like everybody wants to know just these days, how are you? Just in general with life, your kids, family, and just with your career. Like, where are you at mentally?
I'm just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through a lot, and some days I just be like, everybody go through this in their career and their life. I feel like in life, everybody go through something, whether it's a breakup, a divorce, a death, just like whatever it is. And I feel like,
let it out. This is a safe space. This is your space to be vulnerable and just really, let out how you feel.
so mentally, like, one minute I'm happy, one minute I'm sad.
I'm not trying to laugh, but dang, we 2 minutes in. I could have sworn the tears was not there. Did they just like behind scenes just hurry up and put some tears over there? Because it didn't even sound like she was about to cry. I look back, the camera switching, his tears already down both eyeballs at that, and they drooling alligator tears. This is crazy. My bad, y'all. Let me go ahead and start it back. It was no tears. Okay, she was trying not to cry here. Okay, I was gonna say.
And I feel like,
okay.
Let it out. This is a safe space. This is your space to be vulnerable.
My bad for laughing. I didn't see she was about to cry. I was over here looking at what he was trying to say. I wasn't even paying attention to what she was doing. But yeah, I can imagine how it was on her.
And just really, let out how you feel.
so mentally, like, 1 minute I'm happy, 1 minute I'm sad, 1 minute I'm feeling like, fuck this shit. And then the next minute, I'm looking at my kids and I'm like, I ain't bring us this far to go backwards.
Yeah.
I work hard. You get what I'm saying? Like, I put in a lot of time and effort in this shit. I did it when I was pregnant alone. And I feel like in life, you got to go through shit to get through shit. Like Usher said that, and I was like, wow, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like in life, everybody is going through something. Whether it's a divorce, whether it's a death, whether it's they just lost their job, just anything. And that's what keep me going, because I know that like life not perfect. And we got to learn from our mistakes, and life is a lesson. And I feel like the people that I thought that would be in my corner, or that are like, when I was going through this shit, nobody called me and checked on me.
That's how it goes. That's exactly how it goes. Especially something like this. I can only imagine. Just imagine you think you finna spend the rest of your life with somebody and these type of allegations come up. Like, and you have no choice but to stick next to them, because this, you meeting them and the new person that they possibly is, he's possibly not even like that no more. You get what I'm saying? But I can only imagine how difficult it was on her to just even have to go through something like this. Like, laying next to you and you just seeing all of this stuff, and he just probably telling her, oh, nothing ain't happened. Bloom, something did happen. Bloom, something that got to be difficult, especially for her to not to be able to speak about it. Boy.
Nobody called me to see how I was doing. Like, people was really like, you thought.
Yeah.
That's how I go. And I'm going to say this one last time. I know I keep pausing, but I'm going to stop. No amount of response you're going to give is going to be great for social media, because it was revolving Diddy. It's nothing you can say, is no matter how many tears, it's no matter how much in detail you go about it, unless you are so a victim, it ain't nothing you can say that will satisfy these people on this earth. Nothing. People evil.
Yeah. So when it comes to Diddy, why do you think that you are so heavily involved in everything? Like, everything that comes out about him, like you said, it's automatically, well, what you think?
Mhm.
Well, how you feel? What you got to say?
Because people feel like I was Diddy's biggest cheerleader and I made him my brand. And I feel like Diddy was on brand for me. I got with Diddy and brought him into my life. I had him at the office. I was still doing Rich Roulette in a split. All
Yeah.
right on. Ari slapping my ass. I ain't never think I was bigger than the program. I was still on my City Girl shit. I was still doing remixes. Don't play with it.
You did Gucci Mane,
Gucci Mane.
First
I
Impression.
was still working. City Girls was on tour with Jack Harlow. We had At Bad. You know, Diddy came to me with the song. Told JT, let's get on this record. Like, I was still doing City Girls shit. I was heavily involved in the group. I never thought I was bigger than the program.
So with Diddy, what was your experience with dating him? Because I feel like in the headlines, it's a lot of just chaos and it's a lot of allegations. And so I think that's what makes people feel like, well, since you were so heavily involved, you were a part of these things, or you were around these things. So what was your experience like, dating him?
Well, I met Diddy at P Party, and I met him when he was in a love era. And I met Diddy when the world was celebrating him and giving him his flowers while he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was getting the Global Icon Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Key to the City. He had a new album that was coming out. So I was celebrating him with the world. And I just feel like everybody trying to crucify me for it. Like, you was his biggest advocate. You was his cheerleader, but I was just celebrating when the world was celebrating him.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I
That was his shorty. That's what's supposed to on, right?
being crucified, or why am I being separated?
Yeah.
When I was dating him, it was love, love, love. The frequency is high. We used to laugh because that's like him saying it's always, what's up, queen?
Yes.
So I just felt like I met him like in a whole new era, and that wasn't my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I met him, it was just like, I told y'all on season 1, I even asked him, like, why you fucking with me? Why you fucking with a city girl?
Yeah.
Why you coming into my world? Because I'm on some whole other shit. Like, you know my lyrics and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when I got with him, he was just a man. Like, it was more of like, okay, we ain't gonna do that. We gonna sit, we gonna communicate, we gonna get solutions. What's going on? Like, we ain't even going that route. So that was my experience with him.
So a lot of the things that people really like say about him, you didn't experience that as in dating. That's not something that you saw. So is that the reason why you never said anything? Is that the reason why when all of these allegations and lawsuits came apart, like, why didn't you speak?
Because I can't speak on something that wasn't my experience. And I can't speak on something that I don't know. I can't speak on these allegations because I wasn't around at the time. I don't know that person, and that wasn't my experience.
So with you being, I feel like, a survivor of domestic violence, he never hit you in a relationship. He was never violent. Was that something that you had to tolerate, or that wasn't a part of, because I feel like that's the biggest thing to him right now is, what he going through in these lawsuits, and that video that came out, And it's like, I feel like a lot of people are wondering, was that your experience? And I know personally that you've been through domestic violence before, and I don't think that's something that, I know that's something that you've grown from and that you don't tolerate.
I've been through domestic violence in 2 relationships. And I told myself after the second relationship, I would never put myself in that situation again, especially now being that I'm a mom. I'm a mom. I was a mother then, but like having a daughter, like I would never put myself in that position. I don't stand for domestic violence. I'm just not going for that.
So do you feel like with dating Diddy, like, was it a business relationship? Do you feel like it was beneficial for you?
I feel like it was beneficial for both of us. I think that, like, I was able to come and be a brand ambassador for Deleon and take it to a whole nother level, because I feel like, I won't say nobody wasn't drinking Deleon, but
Nobody wasn't drinking Deleon.
Nah, that's crazy.
But when I came, it was just like, it's a city or a summer, we drinking Deleon, we acting bad. So I feel like I was an asset. I honestly just feel like with Diddy, like, I met him at a P party, and I don't know what his intentions was, but I don't know if it was like business or he really liked me, but I felt like, when he got me, he really saw something in me, and that's why he was like, you know what, you got a big personality, like you should do a podcast, like you know how to engage in conversations, like you know how to ask good questions, so I felt like I came into his world and I was able to like turn everything he had going on up a notch. Like, he had Deleon. I was able to have the whole world drinking Deleon, putting in his songs. Like, I made it popular,
Yeah.
And then with Revolt, I was able to come and make it the #1 podcast on Revolt.
Yeah.
So I felt like, and then with him, it was like he was able to, take my career to the next level. I did the Met Gala. I got ready with Vogue. Like, I wasn't going into the relationship thinking like, I want to get a purse. I want to go on private jets. I want to get diamonds. Like, I feel like I'm up under a mogul. I want to learn something. Like, I want to learn business. I want to learn how to, okay, you got a network. How can I get a network? Or, you had a Sean John. How can I make Carisha Please the next Sean John? So I went into that relationship like on a like more of like, I want to become a mogul and I want to learn up under you. Most people just want to get their body done. You want to get a trip. You want to just do that video. Though I wasn't one of them.
And I that's what I respect about you, because even though you a city girl, me being your best friend and knowing you very womanly. I always say that. And like just a grown woman. And so I even seen the elevation in your production and your team that you started hiring business managers.
Hello.
And I was like,
I think that like when you get around people, you see certain things. Like you're able to, like you should be able to learn something from somebody. And I felt like I was able to see like how should my business be operating. Like I should have a chief of staff.
Yeah.
I should have a business manager. I should have all of these things in place. And that's what I was learning. Like I took that more of like a learning experience as far as like trying to become a mogul. That's why I'm like, I'm a mogul. I'm a businesswoman. I'm not just a rapper. Like I'm bigger than rap.
So I'm ready to get into some smoke, because I feel like you popping it and you putting everything on the floor. So we really want to dig a little deeper into your Miami.
You ready for the smoke?
I'm ready for the smoke. Is you ready? So when it comes to, City Girls and JT, y'all was having an argument on Twitter. You felt like, she was making songs about you. She felt like you throwing a rock and hide in your hand. Where do y'all stand at today as City Girls and just as sisters, as friends?
She ain't all good and it's not all bad. Like, we don't talk every day, but it's no beef on my end. I still look at her like as family, but it's not like we on the phone, we chatting every day or we checking in like, hey, she posted.
Man, y'all both grown. That's really how it goes. Y'all both grown. Y'all got your own life, but I will say it is very difficult if y'all stuff is not really as established to really stay as a group as much as you possibly can.
My shit, I'm posting her shit. It's not, I won't say we beefing, but it's not.
It ain't how it used to be.
Do you feel like taking it to the internet, or do you feel like things that happen behind the scenes have went too far that it'll never be the same motherfucker the old days?
I feel like once we go to the internet, that's kind of like I'm the type of person, like, if we feel some type of way, we could hash this shit out behind closed doors. You could call my phone, we could text each other, we could cuss each other out. But like once it goes to the internet, I feel like you trying to get people to pick a side. Like you putting people in our business to pick a side, and I don't fuck with that. because I feel like we've been friends for so long that if we gonna go to the internet, we gotta air each other dirty laundry. Like I'm gonna have to say some shit about you, you gonna have to say some shit about me, and people gonna have to pick a side. And if we real friends, we ain't going to the internet. I'm not going to the internet, and that's I felt like, I'm always the one that's gonna let the narrative run and let people think what they want to think and not clear nothing up, because it's just it'll never be that serious to me. Like I'm cool, I ain't gotta clear nothing up.
So how long behind the scenes do you feel like have things been rocky between y'all two?
I feel like it's been a minute. It's been a minute since shit been going on behind closed doors. Like I just feel like we outgrew each other. I feel like she was in LA, I was in Miami. She was been working on her shit. I didn't know. And I just feel like every time we try to get together, it just didn't hit.
So do you feel like distance, you living in Miami, she living in LA, did that play a part in the wedge of y'all two?
I don't know.
Did y'all go to the studio together? How was recording? Because y'all last album didn't do well. And I feel like even in interviews, y'all weren't in sync. And it didn't look like something that just happened. It looked like something that's been occurring.
Yeah. I just felt like when we got together, it just wasn't hitting. I just felt like we was just in two different headspaces. Like the way we dressed was different. Like I'm more of, I wear a leotard, JT want to wear something covered. So I just felt like whenever we tried to get together, it just didn't connect. Like we'll be on tour. She got her own dressing room. I got my own dressing room. She riding with her own glam team. I'm riding with my own glam team. When we get on the stage and we do our routine, that was probably the only interaction we had at the time when we was on tour together. So I don't really know like what was the moment that separated us, but I just felt like it became a time where like when we was getting together, it just wasn't connecting. And I was just like, ain't no money in the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to the studio together. I'm doing a feature. People calling for the City Girls. It's either me or it's you. It just wasn't connecting no more. And I just felt like that's what really made me like start my own brand. Like I gotta do something because I'm in this group. The group ain't making no money. We not working. So
I feel like what really went out, I don't even think there's any like very popular like girl groups anymore. Like how it used to be real, like back in the day, having a group was really like so definite. Like having a group was really mandatory. I feel like now it's a lot different where people are not really stagnant or like really confirmed on they need a group with certain things. And I feel like them, I mean, she's in LA probably with Lil Uzi. She's in Miami and she's doing whatever she's doing with Diddy. You get what I'm saying? Like they probably got into relationships and they just wanted to live their life separate. And I mean, honestly, them possibly being a group on, content creators, my bad, a group of artists together possibly wasn't even really their future. You know what I'm saying? It's just probably something that just happened because of a song that blew up. So they felt like okay, let's keep this going, especially now. You know what I'm saying? But, especially that situation that happened with Diddy too. Like it's probably a lot of things that constantly happen because if I ain't lying, this ain't the first time I've seen they argued online about something. But feel like it's just gonna constantly keep going on. It's gonna constantly keep going on no matter what. I mean, it is probably good that they just kind of do their own little separate thing. Everybody liked them together, yeah, but it's kind of like the Offset, like, the Migos situation. Like people just grow apart throughout time. You know what I'm saying? People get grown, they just want to do their own thing. Not everybody, like just even YouTube, it's hard to have that very strong dynamic and really break it apart, because all it takes is one person. The more people you have, all it takes is one person to mess up the whole batch for everybody. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about that for real. We're gonna finish watching this, then I'm gonna give my input in. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give my input in on Diddy since I know a lot of y'all probably clicked on the video because of this. And I do feel her. I do feel like that she probably did get the bad end of the stick just because she was there. I don't feel like that she possibly had anything to do with anything, of course, but I feel like that she just met him at a time to possibly where he changed. He's somebody completely different, but his past caught up to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she's having to go against this part. Like, it's this new man that I know. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, she's going to stay. I'm gonna be honest, in a situation like this, any man or woman is going to stick beside their spouse as long as they can. But when that evidence came out, there's nothing that she can do because it's going to hurt her music career. It's going to hurt any of her brands because they're going to feel like that she And that arrest as well that happened with her when she was allegedly going through the airport with some pink ecstasy or something, like some mix with ecstasy. Like that also messed you up. It's a lot of things that she did because I mean, yeah, he was a billionaire at the time, you know, so she probably really wasn't tripping. Like, I mean, he'd be able to pay me out. And she said it, he paid me good money. You know, just at that time, it probably was a lot difficult and a little confusing for her to really pick the side because, you know, in real life, this is who she loved and this is who she cared about. This is who helped her out. She didn't get to experience that type of Diddy that we possibly all know just from social media when she's there firsthand to witness everything that's going on. So she had to really choose her future, just like these brands, or she had to choose love. It was probably smarter than her to say, I mean, do I think she's done mess with him? No. Do I think publicly she's done mess with him? 100%. Do I definitely feel like they're still talking or they still communicating? Because I don't feel like something like that possibly would have broken them up, especially if it didn't happen to her. And the love that she have, her crying, she still talks to that man. But it probably is eating her inside that she can't share with the public like she really wants to. She had to do everything on some Lotto stuff. People still don't know who Lotto date. And she stayed talking about it. Nobody know who Lotto date. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this and how would you react if you were just even in Miami situation for all my women out there. Like allegations you don't even know if that's true or not until they come out. How long would it take for you to finally switch sides and say, look, this is not good. I have to get out. Y'all let me know. And I'm gonna watch the rest of this. If y'all want to see the rest of this, I'm gonna try to link the rest of the video down below, but I know nobody care about what else is going on. Really care more about the Diddy part, but I'm gonna link for the rest of y'all going on. I'm gonna probably watch the rest and just see what's up, but ain't nothing else going on the video 9 times out of 10. But till then, I see you all tomorrow, man.